Hey everybody, Jay Marino here, welcome back. It's Path of the Damned Revamp. Really, we actually completed that last time, but this is a bonus mission. It's the Curse of the Blood Elves demo. When we played Invasion of Kalimdor Revamp, there was a Terror of the Tides Sentinel campaign demo. So I suppose it's fitting that there is a Blood Elven demo here too. So this looks like the first mission, maybe the second mission, I think because Dalaran is pretty prominent on the map. This is the first mission from the Blood Elven campaign. Yeah. At Grand Marshal Garithos' base camp within the ruins of Dalaran, Kael'thas and his warriors arrive weary from battle. Meanwhile, the loss of the Sunwell and the majority of their magical powers have left the Blood Elves fatigued and strained. You know what? It's the demo. It's the demo. So I'm just going to play on normal. I remember when I played the Terror of the Tides thing. It's all about learning what's going on and what's new with the faction. Just for the purpose of the demo, we're showcasing what this has to offer and what new systems are in place. Just play on normal, please. This is also typically quite a long map.
I bring word from Grand Marshal Garithos.
What news from the front?
Prince Kael, Grand Marshal Garithos has arrived. He has brought a full battalion with him.
Garithos. I'm starting to hate that man.
You are late, Prince Kael'thas. I thought you elves prided yourselves on punctuality.
It could not be helped, Lord Garithos. We ran into a group of night elves from across the sea.
I am not interested in your fanciful excuses. You elves are here to serve the Alliance. Thus you will obey my commands to the letter. Is that clear?
Yes, Lord Garithos.
Now, the undead have begun a new offensive to retake Dalaran. Their primary strike force marched south through Silverpine, but we managed to halt its advance at the base of the mountains.
Sadly, I have only a few warriors left. The Scourge has pressed us hard these last few months.
We will be leaving immediately, but your people will be staying here. Our scouts report that a second strike force may be heading this way from the east.
But my lord, we are...
You have your orders, Prince Kael'thas. I trust your elven ears heard them clearly enough. Move out!
Look at the little miniatures on the table. They're so cute.
Insolent son of a...
Let's get this over with.
Okay, we gotta read about everything that's new. We have 2 heroes. That's exciting.
What's the hold-up?
Who is this? Liadrin. Okay. That's pretty neat. Reach the Western Island. Oh. Arcane Generator. All non-spellcaster Blood Elf units will slowly lose mana over time and succumb to their addiction. One of the ways to combat this is the Arcane Generator, which slowly regenerates mana for nearby units.
I'm listening.
Ah, okay. And they've got the little debuff because they're craving magic.
Excellent.
Okay, hang on. Let me we gotta check what Liara Lady Liaran can do.
My people must be
We gotta check what Kael'thas can do. We gotta check how all this works. Just give me a moment. We're gonna go around and you know, collect these barrels, and then we're gonna read all about them.
Get on with it.
I sense something.
Tome of Intelligence, you'll love to see it.
Best.
The Blood Elves.
Spellbreakers are the same.
I thirst for magic.
So, okay, the loss of the Sunwell and most of their magical power has had a profound effect on the Blood Elven people. All living Blood Elf units receive both buffs and debuffs depending on their current mana. When they're above 66% of their maximum mana, they gain 33% attack damage. That's pretty significant, but they have to be above 66% mana, and then they lose mana constantly over time. I guess spellcasters and heroes have like a passive mana regen, so they don't have to worry about that as much. But like these swordsmen, for example, you see they get a little bit of mana and then immediately it goes away. 1 mana every 4 seconds, but it can stack. Okay, and these are our food structures as well. So you just need to build a bunch of these in order to stack the effect, in order to get these guys actually beefed up. Interesting. Our workers, too, so we need to have supply structures all over the place. Okay.
Thirst for magic.
Sated, while between 33 and 66% of maximum mana, they're just normal, just a normal unit. While below 33% of their maximum mana, they have 33% reduced attack damage. and reduce movement speed. That sucks. So don't go below a third mana. That honestly gives me low-level anxiety just thinking about it. By the way, you're purple? Oh, it's a Dalaran peasant. Okay.
Get on with it.
Well, at 0 mana, units lose 1 hit point every 2 seconds. Yikes. I mean, the hit point drain isn't that severe, but even still, you need to leave non-mana units near the Arcane Generators constantly. Okay, Kale, he's got Verdant Spheres, +3 all, and can be activated to increase the level of the next spell cast by the Blood Mage within 60 seconds by 1. That's really interesting. This trio of magical spheres are corrupted fragments of the Key of the Three Moons that once guarded the second Elf Gate of Quel'Tha Lost. Now in the possession of Kael'thas Sunstrider, they hum with dark energy. That's very interesting, actually. Huh. Okay, he's got his Tanny Hall. So, question... Once you get Flame Strike up to level 3, for example, can you use Verdant Spheres and it'll add even more damage to it, or is it just capped at 3? This also makes me think that you don't want to get level 3 on any of your spells because you can constantly use the Verdant Spheres, though I don't know what the cooldown is. That's pretty cool. And then Lady Liadrin. So every unit has the Arcane Addiction. That makes sense.
Let's get going.
And then Holy Light, Divine Shield. Soulburn's pretty nice. Yeah, and she's a paladin. That makes sense. No aura, unfortunately. Yeah, let's take Holy Light for this mission. We really should get going, because this is quite a long mission. I'm not going to use Spell Steal,
Easily done.
just because we want to keep their mana above a certain level.
What ails you?
Priests have something new, too. Applies a mana potion. Restores 50 mana. Okay, that's kind of neat.
Right away.
There we go. And now these guys are energized also. Again, these guys are wasting, or craving. Craving is bad. Wasting is worse. So not only do you have less attack damage and movement speed, but you lose HP every second too. I assume that the wasting and the craving debuffs stack.
What ails you?
Okay, so these guys at least have the mana pot. Okay, we should go. We need to go. We need to go. What's going on behind us, by the way? There's like a whole human base back here. I guess let's head back here and see what's going on. So when we can, let's go ahead and use our priests to pop mana pots on our footmen. Also, you engineer, just sit by the.
I feel edgy.
When can we go home? Our people are starving. These corpses are making us sick. We're doing all we can to take back our nation, fighting day and night. Interesting.
Vengeance.
There's like this whole little human encampment back here too, and then he's sending us to do his dirty work. I mean, this emphasizes the whole Garithos hatred of the elves as well. Tome of Experience.
What's the holdup?
I feel like this should definitely go on Kale.
Outstanding.
Oh, it's just Tome of Experience. It's not like Super Tome. So we do this, but they're still going to be losing HP over time, or mana rather. Didn't I give you an assignment, Kael'thas? All right, let's go back. And again, let's actually play the game now. And then they are losing mana at a, I don't want to say a considerable rate, but like a pretty noticeable rate. So we have to keep using the mana pot on them, I suppose.
Outstanding.
Okay, let's go. Let's play. Interesting concept. Like I said, I feel like it just makes me feel a little on edge constantly that my units are gonna like constantly be hitting this debuff. At the same time, though, there's a benefit to it also.
My people must be avenged.
Okay, we got some zombies coming in. We want to fight near the mana generator. Use the Verdant Spheres. There we go. Okay, and the priest mana regeneration, they can use the mana pots on themselves also. Oh, there we go. That's how we do.
I feel edgy.
And then we also have Holy Light. That's something I have to remember, because I'm not used to having Holy Light. Also, Liadrin's missing her hero plate, so it's easy to forget that she's like an actual usable hero here. So we're not repairing the watchtowers this time.
Very good.
For the Lich King. Alright, sure.
I'll do my best. Thank you.
Yeah, Verdant Spheres has quite a long cooldown. Ow, ow. What are you doing, buddies? I like that you get the attack boost.
Must be avenged.
That's actually really, really nice.
On with it. Be quick.
We should move soon.
Is it just... I don't know why I'm getting this impression.
Supply caches in this area. Perhaps it's time we dug them up. We'll need all the resources we can get our hands on. Shall we done?
But it seems like my priest's healing is like more effective than usual. I don't know if that's true at all. And then see what we can do is just hit the mana pots on Kale as well.
I am your servant. Is someone
Okay. And then like the next time that cooldown's up, they can use it on each other because it's only 25 mana to use. So they're getting a bonus of 25 mana total if they use it on each other.
get on with it? Very clever.
I'm listening.
And we do this.
My people must be abandoned. We should move soon.
Flame Strike's going to be extra useful here for sure. So we are fighting the unique undead units, which is a little scary because keep in mind, Ring of Superiority, I guess you could take that. It's a little scary, if only because
2 + 3 × what do you want?
we can move you up here.
Something better.
Rat's got this. I forget what I was talking about. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't even remember. Okay. Are these guys cursed? That's fine. I'm just waiting for this to be up so they can use this on each other, and then we can also go and sit by the
I am
fountain.
your servant.
So their mana regen rate is slightly crippled.
It shall be done.
Not like a massive amount, but their mana regen is going to be slightly worse than normal also.
Blood elves await.
Let's just go ahead and keep moving this engineer up so he's near our guys.
Is my aid required?
Unless you're near an Arcane Generator, which probably offsets the drain, and then their normal mana regen will take over.
Magic. Be quick. Time is mana.
This is, again, it's really interesting, but it makes me constantly feel a little on edge.
Edgy. My people must be avenged.
Like, all my units are half mana right now. It's just like we're very close to our units all being garbage. In the sense that they lose tons and tons and tons of HP. It's not tons and tons, but it's enough HP that it would be... It would make our army considerably worse.
What's the holdup? The hidden supplies.
Okay, this is nice.
This will prove useful.
Mana runes and runes of restoration in general are going to be incredibly, incredibly useful. Again, I don't want to let this mechanic get under my skin a little bit. It's mission 1, and if the other revamp campaigns are any indication, we're going to get some really powerful upgrades that will probably offset this to the point where it's somehow a major bonus to us by keeping most of our units in the energized, at least sated, levels in the future.
My pleasure.
In this instance, it feels like I guess there's a bit of a benefit to moving quickly because you're constantly draining mana on your swordsman, for example. I just realized our spellbreakers also seemingly don't have normal energy regeneration, or mana regeneration, I should say.
My people must be avenged.
Now, I would like to point out, too, this is a demo, so I don't know if I'll play the whole mission. It seems like it's going to be quite a long one, so maybe we won't. Siphon Mana. I think we should take Circle of Flames. Unleashes a storm of fire that launches a fireball.
My people must be avenged.
So it basically buffs him, and then he starts blasting him with,
Thirst for magic. Yes, my
and we're going to give mana here, and here.
What's the holdup?
Arcane Wagon.
Let's get going.
Slow supporting unit that regenerates mana of nearby units can be constructed at a foundry. Oh.
I await your command. No problem. I'm listening.
Okay, that's neat.
Absolutely.
Feel edgy. My people
So we
must
have
be
something now. Let's just have it follow the priests, for
What's the
example.
holdup? Very good.
And it's basically a mobile generator
Shall be
thing.
done.
Okay,
Very good.
that's cool.
My pleasure. I'll do my best. Outstanding.
So when we're out of combat, our casters will constantly get HP back. That's going to make our priests way more valuable as well. You stay back, buddy. Use the Verdant Spheres and get him one of these.
the blood elves await.
Leave it to me if I said something.
Excellent.
Okay, let's get the Arch Necromancer first. There it is.
Let's get going. No problem.
Rune of Mana is lovely as well. I'm never going to be happier to see a Rune of Mana at this point. Yeah, the other bonus is usually down here. You have to go out of your way to get it.
Good. Outstanding.
What this is doing, it definitely changes the way you think about the game, which is almost always a positive. Don't get me wrong.
I'm listening.
I'm gonna get Liadrin right there in the front. It's just a little spooky. Hang on, try this Circle of Flames. Unleashes a storm of fire that launches a fire. I think you have to be like right next to units for that to be effective.
Is someone at your service? Right away. Yes, my friend.
There we
I
go.
await your
Tome of
command.
Strength. That's
You never
Liadrin.
know what hit them.
Oh, this is not the bonus. The bonus is on the other side of that wall.
Hold up. Vengeance. It
Rune of
shall
Mana.
be
You
done.
love to see it.
By fire be purged.
I'll do my best.
Okay, let's go. So this also encourages me not to box click, which is pretty much exclusively how I play the game, because I want to leave these things that don't have an attack on a follow command, like on my priest, for example. So it's always hitting us with the mana regen, and it stops our swordsman from
My pleasure.
losing HP over time as well.
I'll do my
Like
best.
a nicely placed thing there.
Hold up. Very good.
So this enemy undead faction is going to be a situation where
People must be avenged.
it's really fun to play as, but probably insufferable to play against. So I'm like not really looking forward to playing against the undead faction throughout this campaign, but you only fight them in 2 missions, right?
My
And then you
pleasure.
leave.
I'll do my best.
Let's head down here. Flame Strike can destroy many things, like these mystical,
Thirst for magic.
like the trees near these mystical runes.
We should move
Here, pop
soon.
this.
I feel edgy.
Perfect.
Outstanding.
Perfect. Okay, then grab this. It's going to be another mana rune that we don't really need, but that's fine.
Discovered more hidden supplies. I'll do my best.
You know what?
My
Leave that
pleasure.
on the ground, because
Sense
if
something elusive.
there's the golem. If that golem is still here, I'd like, we can come back and pick up the mana and the health after. So you can kind of cheese this mission in the original version. Maybe Seven Bloods changed it, but typically what you can do is...
It shall be done.
Oh, hello. It's going to be Lady Vaj giving us the boats. The enemy bases only activate after you set up your town hall. Again, maybe Seven Bloods changed that, but you can go around the map and collect everything before you set up your base and nullify the enemy base.
Across the lake to reach the outlying gold mine. Naga, you fought for the demon Illidan.
We are on our own now, good prince. I am called Lady Vash. My brethren and I come in peace to offer you our aid.
You have nothing I need, bitch.
Is that so? I thought you might require both.
And you would give these freely? Why should I trust you, milady?
Our 2 races share a common ancestry, Kale. Now, against the undead, we share a common peril. These boats are merely a gesture of goodwill.
Then I accept your offer. Thank you.
Okay, we got boats.
We should move
I'm
soon.
inclined to just go ahead and move on to the next, build our base rather than trying to cheese it, because I want
My
to
pleasure. It shall be done. Outstanding.
see what this faction has to offer,
Very good.
Get on with
rather than I don't really care that much about actually completing the mission, if that makes sense. That's not what's important right now. We just want to see what kind of stuff we can build. Which, speaking of, I guess get this engineer up here to sit by the, have the engineer follow the arcane wagon. Lion's Ring is, I was going to say strength, it's agility. You got a level here, so we'll take Soul Burn. In retrospect, I wish I would have taken,
Very good. My pleasure. It shall be
you
done.
know,
Outstanding.
the other thing.
I await your
Blood
command.
Elves await.
Our swordsmen are almost definitely going to die now, because this is where
Let's get going.
this
problem.
granite golem, we can pull it away from
Excellent.
where it
This
starts.
one.
Yeah, come out this way, please.
Absolutely. No
Yeah.
I sense it.
Use control magic on enemy units.
Blood Elves await. I'll handle it.
I'm listening.
Okay, Leandrin's getting roasted. That's not going to work on this thing. Swordsman back up.
Let's get going.
Swordsman back. We just about have this thing killed.
Very clever.
I'm not thrilled with not enough mana. Who doesn't have enough mana?
Blood Elves await.
That guy had enough mana. How much mana does it cost to use control magic? It says it's only 25.
Bequeath it to me.
So I was like, focus on. It was like telling me stuff. Ankh of Reincarnation. That's got. I think that's got to go on Liadrin. Rune Bracers also. It's reduced magic damage taken.
I feel edgy.
And then here, just give him the healing salve or something. Let's bring our boats down here, and then I'm going to cross, and we're going to build our base. Again, normally on this map, you don't have to do that. What you can do is, like, we can come down here and get this first. I'm not going to, though. Again, I really just want to set my base up.
I'll have it up in no time.
And we can go from there. And again, I'm not that inclined on using control magic because, again, the mana situation, you're actively going to make these guys worse
You're interrupting my calculations.
by having them use their spells. And control magic, I mean, there's rarely a summon that is worth taking, in my opinion. It depends on what is available. And a lot of the times, like, really high-level stuff, even if it's summoned, might have, like, resistant skin or something, and you can't take it anyway. So I very rarely find myself using that spell. And I don't want to reduce the speed of my spellbreakers because I need them in the front line because they're great tanks.
We should move soon. I'll do my best.
Okay, it says build a base. Oh, hello.
We elves are not easy prey.
Sedina, Prince Kalthas. I'm glad I found you. I bear ill news.
You dare threaten me?
Report, soldier.
I sense something.
Let's set this up.
Elusive. Very good.
My scouts have found that the undead have already set up bases to the west. They're amassing their forces as we speak.
I'll have it up in no time.
They've begun their attack.
Yes, I'm
We
already
must
on.
push them back. I feel edgy.
Okay, get added, get added,
I sense
get added.
elusive.
I've no
Quick save, I guess, and then what can... Oh, wait, he can make... builds those pretty fast. Quickly set up a base here. We'll take the fight to the undead ourselves.
I'm listening.
Yeah, we'll try to keep these folks alive. Destroy Halls of the Damned. Okay, we need more engineers to get this going.
2 + 3 times 5. What do you want?
Where's my lumber mill? I guess over here. Perfectly fine.
Blueprints.
Marketplace here for stuff.
Move soon.
I'm on the job.
I was going to say, there's usually trolls here. Let's move out and take care of this area. And I'd like to see what Sedina can do. Apparently she can run directly into the front lines for some reason. And then this thing keep following us. Give me a moment. I'll read about this in a second.
I await your command.
Gotta use those verdant spheres.
Let's get going.
I feel edgy. I sense something elusive.
Okay. Plenty of enemy trolls here. I guess we're getting some good XP.
I'm on the job. No.
We need to make an Arcane Generator right by our... Oh, man, those get built fast. And there are supply structures. Like, we're never going to have an issue with
We should move soon.
we can build more boats here.
On the job.
We're never going to have an issue with
This is
supply blockage. I mean, we will. I will get supply blocked, but the issue, like, we're never going to have a problem.
The elves are not.
I just want to read what she can do. Just get this Phoenix Flare, whatever it is, and use it. That seemed neat.
my people.
Let's get
must
going.
feel better.
Absolutely.
Soul Burn here. Again, our priests can give mana to people.
I sense something elusive.
Okay, we also have another gold mine there. And then just start getting more engineers.
You're interrupting
Turn
my
this in,
calculation.
give yourself
I thought of something better.
an Arcane Generator. Again, they stack, so just get a... You want to spread your supply structures all throughout.
Yes, I'm already on.
Okay, this is an issue.
We should
I'm
move
on the
soon.
job.
Okay, we're coming back, we're coming back. So there are 2 enemy bases on this map. You know, what I don't know is if we have enough... like, how many generators do you need to offset the fact that your workers are drained over time?
It shall be done.
You're interrupting my calculations.
It seems like they're net positive now. Like, barely. Let's just get all of our +1s and stuff.
I'll have it up in no time.
And
You
then...
to do what?
Barracks.
How did that get triggered?
Foundry.
Yes, yes, I'm already on it. No, no, no.
Altar.
Let me do it. I'm on the job. That
Our forces are under attack.
thought of something better.
Towers.
You want me to do
Excuse me.
Excellent. No problem.
Okay, you gotta back up here. I think we're winning.
Right away.
Give yourselves mana.
I am your servant. Our town is under siege.
This is the normal difficulty I'd like to point out of the demo where you're supposed to experiment with stuff.
We should move soon.
I realize it's a little passive-aggressive of me, but my point is, like, hey, why don't you make, like, the initial map just, like, a snooze fest for the demo? You know, you can spice it up later, but this doesn't strike me as the time. This doesn't strike me as the appropriate time to, like, actually make it something that to keep the player on their toes when they're just trying to understand what the heck this weird mechanic even is.
Let's get going.
Let's get back and kill these dudes. They can't raise the zombies again. But they can raise the dead trolls that we killed.
It shall be done.
Okay, you come back.
Is my aid required?
Give each other mana.
You're interrupting my calculations.
An enclave. Okay, well, we'll do that later. Get that foundry.
My people must be avenged.
I
Use
await your
that
command.
pot.
I have a land to defend.
Is someone injured?
Waiting on you.
And then just hang out over here so that, again, we have, like, what should be considered basically unlimited mana over time.
Be quick. Time
We
is
elves
mana.
are not.
Sedina. What is this? Calls out a blast of lingering flames on a target. It explodes the enemy and splashes nearby, which decreases our... So it's like a debuff with a little bit of damage on top of it. That's cool.
I feel edgy.
On your mark. All too easy.
Okay.
No, 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 not like that. Let me
Come
do
over
it.
and repair this.
Yes, yes, I'm already on it.
Waiting for the foundry. We're going to set up some towers up here so that we can go and attack light
I'm on the
blue,
job.
I guess.
I'll have it up in no time.
Like I said, this is usually a very long map, so I don't know if I'm really inclined to play this whole thing. It's mostly just want to explore the little bits of tech tree that we're going to get, but also we know that the real fun is when you can...
What do you want? No, 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 not like that. Let me
Again,
do
just going to throw down a bunch of these generators. They build so fast. Now, the goofy upgrades we're going to have access to that are going to make us way stronger as time goes on. It looked like the shipyard up here is interactable, so we could build a ton of
Job's done.
frigates to help protect us on the shoreline.
Get on with it.
Is someone injured? What's the holdup?
Okay, I think this guy's doing
My people must be avenged. Outstanding.
Did he do like a mana drain or something? Why did my priest run out of mana so fast? Interesting. Okay. So get rid of him pretty fast. Guard towers are acceptable. Again, we have some overlapping mana regen right now.
Right away, as you wish.
You're interrupting my calculations. Yes, yes.
Okay,
I'm already
and then
on it.
that's... Yeah. A? No. What is this structure? Is that my altar? Oh, they both share the same. They both share the same overlapping hotkey.
We elves are
Okay, then give these guys a Q in the back. Necromancers seem a lot beefier, I'm realizing. Okay, let's build some actual units, please.
I feel injured. My pleasure.
Further... I mean, the attacks are minimal. It's just the enemy hero might be a little spooky.
Not in the blueprints.
But we just built a bunch of these, and again, like it said, the effects can stack. So you make a bunch of them, and then your stuff is perfectly fine. We're waiting on this keep to finish. We can get that other
Job's done.
unit,
Job's done.
or the other structure that can make priests, because priests seem really important because they can give mana to other things.
Job's done.
An elf would have thought of something better. That's not in the blueprints. Want me to do what? Yes, yes, I'm already on it. An elf would have thought of something better.
Okay, we have some guard towers. It makes me feel decent.
Is my aid
These guys, again, I'm kind of curious to see, again, if they're actually able to
So wait.
give themselves enough mana over time that they can overcome
What ails you?
both healing and also craving. I'm not sure. Here, just turn off heal for now.
Job's done. Job's done.
No, not
Okay, and then where can we fit the Enclave? I'm not even going to build the altar. I might need it later, but for now we're fine. Yeah, see, they're getting their mana back pretty fast at this point, which is very nice.
Time is mana.
Okay. No more upgrades there. Also, did it appear that my
I smell
plus 1, 2, 3 was at my lumber mill? That's interesting. Let's wait for the next round of attacks, and then we'll make a push over into light blue.
Is someone injured?
Where's my... Yeah, that one.
I smell magic.
Improve range by 200? I don't know what that is. I don't know what 200 range is. That's just a number that doesn't really... That doesn't mean anything. Okay, we're gonna put Soulburn on this dope. I like the look of these towers. They're pretty spicy. Would you look at that?
Let's get going.
Definitely feels like, especially when you're at high mana.
Await your command.
The blood
I
elves
sense
await.
something elusive. I'll do my
All of our stuff's very, very strong. It's really nice.
that. Let me do it.
Let's cram an altar up here.
Yes, I'm already on it.
Increases the amount healed by priest heal by 35. Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. Just grab all of this stuff. Sorceresses are the same. And like I said, I think now is the time we probably want to go ahead and go.
I'm listening.
Because we're burning through this stuff pretty fast.
What ails you? Be quick. Time is mana. Yes, my friend.
Okay, start healing us up.
I feel edgy.
Do we have enough? I don't know.
I sense something elusive.
Is
I'll
someone
quick save, but at the same time, I'm sort of ready to be, you know, it's maybe time to move on here pretty soon. This is a demo after all.
What's the
I smell
holdup?
magic in the air.
My people must be avenged.
Is my aid.
Okay, let's go. Get rid of that Ziggurat. Flame Strike, please. Got to use those Verdant Spheres, just not something I'm used to. Also, Ras Winter Chill, Frost Whisper, whatever your name is. There it is.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're about to get rid of this production structure, which is nice.
Research.
Then go for the Ziggurats and such. Leandrin has the Ankh.
No
Not that she really needs it. Come on and move up here. Okay, very nice. Leandrin is... She's not wasting. She's craving, so she's not taking damage. So we're all good. Okay, this base was fine. Let's get up here and attack the Black
I await
Citadel,
your
or
command.
Halls of the Dead, or whatever it
I
is.
feel edgy.
And then keep in mind our priests are better. Let's get some Spellbreakers up here. Spell Steal is going to burn through their mana really fast. We could also make like 6 Arcane Wagons to follow us around, but they do cost... They cost 3 supply. Mana Overflow is a nice upgrade. Remember what I was saying? I feel like this faction is going to be improved significantly by potential upgrades.
No problem. Absolutely.
Okay.
No problem.
She's still not wasting, but she is craving, so we have to be careful. I mean, we could just let the Ankh trigger at this point.
Cry for mercy.
Okay, there we go. Let's roll up here and see if they're trying to recreate their hero. They are, so let's go for this. I like the look of the Scorpions here. Very cool looking unit.
Our forces are under attack.
Dispel magic and interfires normal Magister. Offensive spellcaster can cast Pyroblast, which increases the caster's damage and area of effect. And Mana Burn and Flame Strike. They can cast low-level Flame Strike. Oh my goodness. Well, honestly, priests seem like they've been buffed significantly. Honestly, pop that Ankh. If we were playing the campaign itself, the Ankh would be a better held onto for Mission 3. But this is fine. Also, once again, I point out the it seems like the enemy attacks you. Attacks where your heroes are. Interestingly enough.
Research.
pull your way up here. I don't think we need... 3 is probably enough. And then, yeah, a lot of priests, because, again, they can give mana to each other and to other units. Spellbreakers for frontline support. Archers. Cool. We'll rally those up to Liadrin.
Is someone in
I await your command. No
Cool.
problem.
No, I didn't have to take the other base either. The other thing we can do, we could wait for green to attack us one more time and then head down here. I don't think that's connected.
I'm listening.
You normally have to take boats, but it kind of looks like it's connected, doesn't it?
move soon? I'll do my
Have you gotten level 2? Yeah. I mean, I'll take searing arrows, especially if we get enough of these wagons.
Edgy. Outstanding. Yes, my friend.
Okay.
I am your servant.
Let's head on over here. Let's just bring everybody.
I'm listening.
I know.
It's quite a... I think we're fine. Are there any other upgrades that we could be getting? Pause match is just to cast Siphon Mana to drain mana. I gotta build a couple of those at least.
How did that get approved?
Again, the fact that these construct so fast is delightful. Like, absolutely delightful.
My people must be avenged. My pleasure. Job's done.
I'm not super into the idea of having to, like, investigate everywhere, but
You dare?
I said something elusive.
there's a hero in that other base too, so it's probably, you know...
Yes, my friend. As you wish.
Should always hotkey these arcane wagons so that I can, anytime I start attacking by box clicking, which is something I am wont to do, we just want to make sure that we're... that we're all good. Yeah, this guy doesn't spawn with enough mana to do anything super effective. I think our army is good enough. So yeah, you like auto attack and then you use the hotkey to move these things away so that they don't just roll in and get themselves killed. Or I could just use hotkeys for my whole army, which I don't like doing, so I'm not going to probably. The thought of these archers getting the +6 damage is awesome.
Thanks, man. Edgy.
Research excellent.
We elves are not.
Also, presumably,
We'd best retrieve it quickly. I'll do my best.
pick it up.
Pleasure. Outstanding.
I await your
I
command.
have
Presumably,
I'm listening.
oh, Rune of Rebirth. I think normally this is an ogre, isn't it? But now it's a null overseer. Is Snarlmane still on this map? He better be.
You dare threaten me?
I said something.
Yeah, it's normally an ogre. That's good stuff. Let's get back here. Flee. I'll build more scorpions. Again, I really like the way the scorpions look.
Is someone
Zombies come in, you know, great amounts, but I shouldn't be frightened about
be avenged?
frightened from them. Let's see. Pyroblast goes on autocast? Oh, Pyroblast, it just increases their auto attack. Adds 30 damage. Oh my goodness.
What's the holdup?
What ails you? What ails you?
But yeah, it's also percentage based, keep in mind.
My people must be avenged.
What is it called? I'm not familiar with the terms. Energize. It's percentage based, so that's going to scale really well.
What's the holdup?
are under attack.
Yes, my friend.
With any attack upgrades. I think that's what I was trying to say earlier. It just wasn't coming out. Sedina, go and grab that. Holy Light, of course.
Be quick. Time is mile-handed. Is my aid required?
As you wish.
Okay, we can clump everyone up over here and snag that.
I feel edgy.
Is someone injured?
And I got new scorpions here. I can bring up some workers too, I suppose, if I really want to repair those. There's lumber still available. Don't get me wrong.
I sent something elusive.
You dare threaten me?
What ails you?
The only thing that's weird is occasionally your heroes lose their hero plates. You know what I mean? The little
Yes, my friend.
Of course.
things that make it clear that they're a hero. I like those,
My aid
but
required.
something's going on in these campaigns in general where those seem to disappear.
Town is under siege.
Watch and learn.
The guard towers are fine, and we got more of them back there. I'll send my heroes back. They should be able to kill this stuff, no problem. Adelaide Kane.
I've no.
Use your Phoenix thing that doesn't appear like it actually does any damage, but I think I think it does. Reinforcements have arrived. There we go. And that's the ability that creates blight and heals for like 100. It's not enough.
It shall be
Yes,
done.
my friend. I am your servant.
Guess I could have tried to take the other base.
Right away.
We could also build frigates, like I mentioned.
I stand ready.
Okay, so we got to worry about the mana wagons, and we have to worry about our artillery.
What ails you?
So again, this is going to force me to actually have to use more hotkeys.
For magic.
Congratulations, Seven Blood. You've done the impossible.
Soon.
Though, when this campaign comes out proper, we'll see how things actually go.
I'll have it up in Elf no would have thought time. of something better.
I have a land to defend.
Just go.
Be quick.
I think it'll be fine. Just go.
Be avenged.
Our forces are under attack.
Somehow this mission's taking less time than it normally does, which I think is great. I'm playing on normal as well, so that probably makes a difference. Again, those first attacks were aggressive enough that, like, for a demo, it felt a little too much. So I think you want to use the Phoenix Flare in the back lines. Let's say Kale's in here somewhere. Dude, look at the damage here. This is excellent. And then the mana wagons need to stay kind of close. They keep us topped up, especially with the bonus that they do.
Forces are under attack.
The bonus mana regeneration. So it says 1 mana every 4 seconds, and I think we've increased it to 2 mana every 4 seconds, which is, you know, the more you have, the more significant that really turns out to be. Adelaide is back.
I await your command.
Get out of here. You know what? Take a Holy Light, too.
We elves are not astray.
The Blood Elves.
Okay, and let's head in there and finish them up.
Is someone
Seems, again, it seems like high highs and low lows is the name of this faction. Like, you stand to lose a lot if like the majority of your army is wasting. Like these fellows right here, these magisters, like they're wasting right now. If you keep them near the trucks, they get some of their magic stuff back, but then they're going to start losing. They have the potential to start losing HP.
are under attack.
There we go, and that should do it. Leadership. Oh, and I didn't get the bonus, but whatever. I think we're okay without that. It's the demo. We've done it. We've pushed the undead back. The undead seem to be in full retreat, my prince. Lordimir Lake is secure. Now, I think we all deserve a rest before Garithos returns to boast about his victory on the front. Let's return to camp. Very cool. Again, I wasn't really sure how I thought about the way the faction mechanics with the hungering works. I really look forward to playing more of these maps. And keep in mind, the Blood Elf campaign is shorter than a lot of the other ones. There's only 6. I want to say there's only 6 missions. So it's not like you're really using this faction a ton in a lot of different instances. But 7 Blood also adds custom maps and changes mechanics. Where, like, I think I saw a preview of the tower defense secret mission where it's a macro mission instead. So I think that's neat. And again, I think I maybe nailed it, humble brag, in saying the idea of this faction is high highs but low lows. And unlike the undead, there were so many different tools that you did not need to utilize most of them. You know, you had all these different types of unit variants, and they all had a bunch of different spells that I barely ever used. Whereas for the Blood Elves, I think it's more specific tools, but you have to use them if you want to get those high highs. Else, you're going to be struggling a lot with the low lows. Maybe, I don't know if I'm wording this correctly, if I'm articulating this correctly, but I think that sort of captures the way that this faction is supposed to function, which is if you can keep your units at least sated or energized, like the fact that you have archers that get searing arrows, if you can keep them in that energized state with enough wagons, or, you know, you also have a huge defender's advantage because you have your supply structure giving you mana over time, but very slowly. You stack up enough of those, then you can leave these really powerful abilities on autocast all the time and not have to worry about going into, the lower level debuffs. But when you're attacking and making sure you're bringing those wagons, you're using your priests to restore mana to units that are low, etc., and just making sure that your wagons don't auto-attack ahead of your army and get themselves killed, but you keep them nearby, again, utilizing hotkeys, something that I'm not particularly used to doing. Then again, you're gonna hit a stride and do really, really well with this faction and have a lot of fun, I suspect. So I look forward to this. Seven Blood, if you could, I'm sure a lot of people would love to hear about your progress on these campaigns and which ones you're working on first, because you did have a bonus mission for the Sentinels campaign. Now you have a bonus mission for the Blood Elven campaign, and then I also have seen YouTube highlights of stuff you're working on with the Scourge campaign. So let us know which one might be coming out next, but it seems like you're tinkering around in all of them, which is cool. But I want to thank Seven Blood for making this series. It seems like a lot of folks really enjoy watching it, and I certainly do too. Just a reminder, you don't need to buy Reforged to play this, because the way that Reforged works is you have to own the game. You have to have a CD key. If you have a CD key, then you can upgrade to the latest version of the game without technically purchasing Reforged. As long as you have the latest version of the game, then you can play this campaign. When you buy Reforged, all it does is give you access to the new skin packs, the new graphics. That's what it is. But the version of the game, as long as you own it and you're willing to update to it, then you can play this campaign. Now, that's a decision you have to make for yourself, going from Classic to Reforged. If you update from Classic to Reforged, a lot of older custom campaigns aren't playable. Or you can do it like me and have a separate version of the game. I have a 1.31 Classic version of the game, and I have my Reforged version of the game. And as long as you have your CD key, you can do that. You just have to find the correct files. Again, I'm not IT. I'm not your personalized help desk support. You got to figure this stuff out. It's very easy to Google and figure out how to do, but it is possible. There are files on Hive Workshop that let you play the classic version of the game. Again, this all relies on the idea that you have a CD key to do both of these things. All right. Well, thanks so much for watching. Again, thank you, Seven Blood. I'm glad y'all enjoyed this series. And on to something new next time. See ya!